The Love and Hip Hop cosmos just dropped a pregnancy bomb so loud that even Mona Scott-Young had to clutch her pearls. So you all need to hold on to your wigs, your lace fronts, and your every remaining sanity. Officially, Bambi is expecting a tack day. Officially, Bambi is expecting a tack. I love to make a Callan's like, look at this. And we all know I've been exploring that. And we all know I've been exploring that, Will. So we all need to hold on to your wigs. What do you like to see? With 7 weeks, each of these PDs with flays. As you wiged, affect, a canned wig, seclared me, aval me secandi, unwait secand, al ye way it we wig. Guide with thee we weeded to see, Sally way we weed a fig a cacao we see to we weed with cun with I can we I acted to Sarah you you to see we to use it or I kak you to sit I kick I kai with you cat if I to quick to geek I to lie eat kind of kick I see cafe connect that Child, yes. Once more, Lil Scrappy too. That man seemed to have just witnessed a ghost, or worse, a positive test. For Dot, he was unprepared. The question then becomes, who is the father? Is that Scrappy, young jock? Is that right? Is it the unexpected story surprise that no one anticipated? What began as rumors and tension from reality TV suddenly turned into a full-blown controversy with baby bumps, betrayal, and possibly even a phony DNA test. That's why Scrappy is pacing on stage like my daughter just told him. You are the father? Several sources, such as a group chat, a hairstylist, and that one cousin who always knows smek, assert that Scrappy is not feeling well, and that Bambi off-camera confirmed the pregnancy. What took place behind closed doors? Was this prearranged, or is it a last-ditch effort in a protracted conflict between angry co-stars, baby moms, and ex-partners? Prepare yourself, because we are going to reveal every sloppy, raw, and emotionally erratic moment of this drama. And believe me, things are just going to get worse. Lil Scrappy is relaxing, taking care of his post-Bambi affairs, and, most likely, sending texts to Barber or browsing Instagram memes when the internet suddenly erupts. Why? Due to rumors circulating? The rumor that Bambi is pregnant again is spreading quickly through the Love and Hip Hop edit bay, salons, and group chats. We're talking about an Instagram and beautiful skin. This is where things start to go crazy. Scrappy didn't know. Yes, you heard correctly. Scrappy literally learnt about it via the blogs, according to one of his close buddies who is a voice note leaker who would not stop. Take a moment to process that. Imagine discovering, without anyone else knowing, that your ex-wife, who just pulled you on national TV and threw your soul into the group chat, is now pregnant. It's more than simply drama. The lighting in Atlanta is a Greek tragedy. But let's quickly go back and fix this mess. Isn't your typical oopsie baby incident? In a war narrative that has lasted longer than Scrappy's rap career, this is the most recent chapter. We're discussing sex, makeup, bounce-backs, treachery, diss songs, and now, perhaps, a mystery, sweetie. Let's clarify the air now. The timeline of Scrappy and Bambi's relationship is already unclear. Fans can no longer even follow them because they have been married, divorced, remarried, confused Ray, and blocked on Instagram so many times. However, something feels different this time. Why? Because things quickly escalated from petty to pregnant. And now, the hashtag Scrappy Snot is trending because of Scrappy's facial expressions. Where did it all begin then? Let's chat about Bambi, the legend of the winebrow lift, and the queen of the clapback. The queen of strategic baby announcements seems to be dropping it now. It all began at Carly Red's brunch gathering. Wait for it. For where else could a transformative insight occur? Several eyewitnesses, by which we mean cast members with confessionals, state that Bambi arrived looking stunning, silent, and suspiciously radiant. That baby on board glow, not just the typical I'm back on my fitness quest shine. Bring on the strange looks. Dime, Jessica. Why does Bambi's stomach look like it's planning a second season? She allegedly leaned over and whispered. Even Carly. Red, who usually doesn't care about anyone but herself, was overheard saying about Mick, I'm not trying to start anything, but that doesn't look like bloating to me. Then came the subtle revelation. A phony toast with Bambi in the center. LHHATL failed to notice it. Something about being a mother has blessed me once more, and fresh chapters. Scrappy's response. Silence on the radio. If he wasn't present, they didn't tell him. Additionally, Scrappy was caught completely off guard according to his hairstylist, who went live 2 hours later. He reportedly yelled at his producer, called his mother in tears on autotune, and left a shoot early. Furthermore, we haven't really begun to explore it yet because after the news hit, conjecture struck more forcefully. Whose child is it? You would think it would be Scrappy's, wouldn't you? However, this is hip-hop and love. At the reunion, names were being thrown out more quickly than Bambi blocks trolls, whose name was the first to appear, Jock Young. Prior to saying, or to put it simply, why is young Jock constantly in the center of stupidity? Where's Waldo in Atlanta? But with more baby mothers and a horrible haircut? That's what this dude is. According to fans, Bambi and Jock briefly interacted off-camera at a birthday celebration during the previous season of LHHATL. Did it have any significance? Was it innocuous? Did it hint at something? Scrappy does not believe it was innocuous. Our insider report claims that the nail tech heard a FaceTime call. Scrappy is irate, not merely depressed or perplexed. He has been telling people that she wouldn't do it. And when she stopped arguing with me 5 minutes later, dude, I knew something was wrong. I can tell she's hiding something because of that. It gets more because Scrappy supposedly tried phoning Bambi after learning about it on social media, but she didn't pick up. He then called Jock, who also didn't respond. Allow me to ask you a question. What could be worse than it may be because you found out about your pal? Additionally, they both abandoned you as if you were the supporting character in Split. What does Scrappy do then? He goes live on Instagram. Scrappy goes live from his car in what fans are now referring to as the year's most dramatic meltdown, where he rants about surprises, loyalty, and something about how many months is equivalent to treachery. He doesn't mention Bambi by name, although he doesn't. Put a T there, just 1 point. He goes on to remark, bro, this is the kind of pain you can't auto-tune. Oh no, 6 sizes, 1 tier, and a ton of ambiguous subtitles later. Scrappy unfollows VH1, Jock, and Bambi after ending the live stream, similar to the network. And that's where the first section of this emotional roller coaster ends, my friends. Scrappy is going downhill, Bambi is exploding, and Jock is most likely texting you, buddy, from wherever. Even though he was deleting his browser's history, it wasn't finished yet. Wait, you'll learn who else might be connected to this issue if you thought one pregnancy bomb was the end? Now the real mayhem begins. Where were we then? Yes, indeed. The unfollowing frenzy of Scrappy. Not only Jock, not just Bambi, the entire network was unfollowed by him. When a man unfollows VH1 as if he personally got her pregnant, you know the betrayal has struck deep. Unfortunately, Atlanta had other ideas just when we believed the tale had reached max chaos, because Scrappy was occupied. Kesu showed up looking strangely supportive of Bambi's big news as he was crying in his car and reorganizing his Instagram block list. Yes, Mama D, the unfiltered voice of Scrappy's queen mother. Chaos Commander. Since season 1, in case you haven't been watching Love and Hip Hop, or, worse, have been living under a rock. Once this woman walked Scrappy into a relationship and organized a funeral for it. Thus, imagine her finding out that Bambi is expecting again. She did not wait for confirmation, though. If Bambi is pregnant, then congratulations to her, and her new journey. May the Lord give her the peace she never gave my son up. As Sis went live, she added, "Did she just throw shade and bless the baby in the same sentence?" Yes, she did. Mother had the tea, stirred it, sipped it, and still failed to warn him. The betrayal is so profound that even Shakespeare said, "Damn." Wait, it gets better because apparently Mama D knew about the pregnancy before Scrappy did. Let that marinate. According to people familiar with the matter, Mama D and Bambi recently renewed their relationship over lunch at Lenox Mall, where Jessica Dime's cousin works. Coincidence? Not in this show. Now, let's talk about the young jock elephant in the room. Although he hasn't commented on the pregnancy rumors, his name is louder than a DJ air horn in this drama. And let's face it, Jock has a history. The history of creeping. The history of, and most importantly, the history of looking. When fans began noticing deleted texts, previous flirtatious Instagram remarks, and a suspicious moment from season 11 where Jock stated, "Bambi has been looking different lately," they realized that he was guilty even if he wasn't. The internet exploded. While some speculate that Jock may have been joking, others are pursuing the possibility that he and Bambi had a sexual encounter during the months between her and Scrappy's tumultuous relationship. The timeline is, unfortunately, the receipts aren't conclusive, but the shade never goes away. Scrappy's other baby mom, Erica Dixon, even chose to join the fray by tweeting, "Look at this. I don't care. Too many tails." Paternity tests are insufficient. Not many of the girls are fighting because he's too busy going into emotional meltdowns and apparently texting everyone. Scrappy hasn't verified or denied anything as of yet. When Spice tried to call him to console him, he reportedly urged her, "Don't remix my pain," in response to his ex-partner's question about if they ever truly loved him. But let's take a moment to talk about Bambi, because she has been almost serene. Like unperturbed queen energy, despite all of this chaos. I begged for this chapter and the ultimate passive-aggressive nuke, and she's posting cryptic messages like, "Growth comes with isolation. A baby is, whether you are invited to the blessing or not, it is always a blessing." Girl, who needs a press release when your captions are all about blocking trolls, drinking tea, and throwing shade in one sentence? But this is where things get crazy. Some leaked direct messages that were purportedly screenshotted by one of Bambi's makeup artists suggest that Scrappy may not be the father. Yes, you read correctly. He allegedly texted someone. Let's take a moment to relax, because the question that's bothering everyone right now isn't just whether Bambi is actually pregnant, but also whether WH is the father. Now, let's be pretty investigators for something. All right, let's check the timeline. Bambi and Scrappy were last seen together in public around 5 months ago. It's tight, messy, and giving. Maury must already be booked. Some fans are even bringing up production. Jock and Bambi were spotted filming together 4 months ago. 3 months ago, Bambi shared a new energy, a new beginnings pic. And now she's confirmed pregnant and glowing. I mean, if it's true, give that producer an Emmy. This plotline is messier than a friendship with Carly Red. Speaking of Carly, guess who else is being blamed? Carly Red. It seems that she invited Jock and Bambi to the same event and then unintentionally left her mic on during their combo. The announcement was timed for the season 13 storyline, which was allegedly encouraged by producers to boost ratings. Even Tokyo Vanity wrote on Instagram, "Carly Red me messy AF, and you guys let her cook." Every season. Let's not forget the fans who are coming soon. This is classic Carly sabotage. As we all know, she thrives on drama, the way Jock thrives on baby showers. Mama D hosted the baby reveal for Bambi. Young Jock is the DJ. Trojan is the sponsor. Another shared a meme depicting Scrappy's bewildered look beside Bambi's ultrasound, writing, "He's trying to see if that baby got his jawline." The internet is unhinged. So if things couldn't get much worse, guess who? Lil Mendy reportedly sees Bambi after the news. Don't ask us how. Fans are literally pleading for Mona Scott to bring back the lie detector episode because if we don't get DNA results, someone is going to end up fighting in front of a food truck again. But don't forget that there is a child involved in all of this. Real baby, a real life, and real consequences. Don't ask us why. Just know that it's been circulating in the Twitter rumor sphere like a bad perfume sample at a strip mall. You think is messy? Wait until lawyers might be involved. Bambi is glowing and Scrappy is drowning in auto-tuned tears. WH is really going to step up. Is Joe the father? Scrappy being gaslighted? Or is Bambi playing chess while the boys play? Connect 4. Bambi stopped posting new pictures and stories, and even her hairstylist shared a meme that said, "When your client blocks you mid-wig, yeah, it's that deep." This happened just as Scrappy felt he had a handle on the turmoil. According to rumors, Bambi purposefully withdrew because producers wanted her to have a sit-down session with Scrappy. Nope, y'all are not catching my tears for 4,000. This season, remarked Sis, you know who attempted to play peacemaker. We may never know why Spice always finds herself in the middle of other people's mess, like a dance hall referee. But she actually attempted to arrange a private dinner between Scrappy and Bambi. Candlelight, steak, silence. How did it go? Scrappy arrived by himself, and Bambi pulled a reverse no card and had her lawyer arrive instead with paperwork. You can't even get calamari out here without getting a lawsuit now. Bambi served Scrappy with a cease and desist notice and an NDA at a restaurant. According to the letter, refrain from publicly discussing the pregnancy, paternity, or your assumed. Roll in either. Using legal stationery, she followed Savage Sis's advice to shut up and stay confused. Fans, meanwhile, were devouring it. Hashtag cracked and served was popular. Let's get back to the actual outrage that was simmering in the background when a Twitter user shared a picture of Scrappy on the curb, looking dejected with the remark, "When you thought it was dinner, but it was discovery. You believed he had been silent the entire time, young jock." Not at all. He was only editing. Because Jock went public on Instagram as soon as the pregnancy rumors truly took off. Look, man, I've got kids, I got a wife, and I got a reputation. Bambi is a beautiful person, but I don't play with family like that. This is a typical guilty move that involves wearing sunglasses indoors. Translation, I don't claim I didn't do it. Simply said, don't ask me. Here's the real kicker, though. Days after that, Liv, Kendra, Jock's wife, was seen unfollowing Bambi and Jock's fan sites. Oh no, Kendra doesn't play. She wants to know precisely how friendly Jock and Bambi were behind the scenes. So she's been blowing up production phones to get the raw footage from this season's filming, according to sources. When your wife joins the FBI, you know something is wrong. Scrappy is exploding into creative mode in the meanwhile. A dot within the studio working on what his followers are referring to as his lemonade. A heartfelt rap album that is purportedly about betrayal, heartbreak, and possibly paternity tests. A leaked song began. She took my piece, then blamed me for the war. Baby on the way, but I don't know what for. Someone call Bianca and tell her the men are retaliating. But wait, it gets messier because a new player just entered the game, but tip was anonymous. According to Jessica Dime's eyelash text, there's a third man might be involved. Indeed, Jock and Scrappy may no longer even be the primary suspects. She claims that Bambi has been informally corresponding with an unidentified industry executive, a producer and an older, affluent, and supposedly interested person behind the scenes of the love and hip-hop universe. Then all of a sudden, Bambi's attorney is asking for complete control over the changes and usage of her plot. Is the pregnancy genuine? A masterful plot control move in the history of hip-hop and love? Consider it. A dramatic male-led arc means Scrappy, spiraling, tension and ratings increase when a jock is under criticism. Bambi is silent, pregnant, enigmatic, and protected by law, whereas Mama's deep preaching equates to viral meme sound bites. She is literally rewriting the script rather than merely playing the game. Who do you know who is perspiring? Scamwana, as the Southern maternity mystery behind the scenes. One woman, one baby, 3 men, no DNA, Love and Hip Hop, ATL season 13, the paternity plot. Tell me this isn't the wildest build-up to a season ever. Even Carly read the reportedly mocked posters. Indeed, if you believe it's jocks. Carly went live and said, "I know some tea, but y'all aren't ready for it." I guess you're looking at the incorrect couple. Carly has now perplexed everyone. This is the Blade's last twist, though. Mama D, Scrappy's mother, recently submitted paperwork requesting the unborn child's grandparents' visitation rights. Take a moment to process that. She is unsure if Scrappy is the parent of the child. She is indifferent. All she wants to know is whether it's her grandchild. She has a lawyer ready already. Is no longer reality TV. It's a legal drama set in reality. What comes next? Will Bambi disclose the father prior to season 13's premiere? Will suspicion cause Jock's marriage to fall apart? Will Scrappy release the year's best mixtape despite the emotional fallout? Above all, will Mona Scott ever regain control over her cast? Look, one thing is very apparent. Regardless of what occurs next, this pregnancy has altered everything. The entire freaking franchise, not just the characters, the relationships, or the plot. And we're only getting started because season 13 is already looking like the most insane season yet. With everything from the baby shower invitations to the quiet drama with Erica Dixon to the less thing, quiet. Planning from Carly Red and Bambi. We'll leave with a new contract, a new bag, and a new baby if she plays correctly. Here at Love and Hip Hop, you can see how your ex's tears pay off. Maternity leave? Let's move on to the conclusion. Folks, there you have it. It's more than simply a nasty issue involving heartbreak, baby bumps, lawsuits, and live stream breakdowns. The catastrophe of hip hop and love is complete. Is Bambi actually pregnant? That is the million-dollar question now. Or is merely a marketing stunt for season 13? Is young Jock the father, or is he merely a scapegoat who happens to be at the wrong place at the wrong time? Or worse, pull-out game. Did Scrappy just receive more play than his previous mixtape? Listen, we're discussing a reality program where it's a sport to fight in front of food trucks. Tears aren't real until they're recorded during a confessional session with dramatic background music. And paternity tests are worthy of an Emmy. We'd like to hear from you now. Tell us in the comments below whether you believe Scrappy is the father. Is Bambi making a chess move like Mona Scott? Are we all only extras in a plot that has been written in petty heaven? Or are we all there to get that main character tick? We're already drowning in DNA drama before the season has even begun. So if you're feeling as startled, gagged, and emotionally spent as we are, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and enable notifications. It's just the start. Scandals that are hotter than Mama D's prayer room incense are on the horizon. Baby showers are becoming depositions. As if it were Judgment Day. We have ex-partners going live with tear-stained receipts. Dots, hold on tight. Okay? Because even the pregnancy tests have plot twists when it comes to ATL, hip-hop, and love. I look forward to your next episode, where there will undoubtedly be someone crying, someone lying, and someone being unfollowed. We'll be observing.